Now Marseille is turned white with ire, breaks the seal and casts the wax aside, looks in the brief, sees what the king did write. Charles commands, who holds all France by might. I bear in mind his bitter grief and ire. 'Tis of Bassan and his brother Basile, whose heads I took on the hill by Haltil. If I would save my body now alive, I must dispatch my uncle, the Al-Khalif. Charles will not love me ever otherwise. After, there speaks his son to Marseille, says to the king, in madness spoke this wight, so wrong he was, to spare him were not right. Leave him to me, I will that wrong requite. When Gan hears, he draws his sword outright, against the trunk he stands, beneath that pine. The king is gone into that orchard then, with him he takes the best among his men, and Black Adran there shows his snowy hair, and Jursalet was the king's son and heir, and the Al-Khalif his uncle and his friend. Says Black Adran, summon the Frank again, in our service his faith to me he's pledged. Then says the king, so let him now be fetched. He's taken Gan by his right finger ends, and through the orchard straight to the king they wend. Of treason there make lawless parliament. Fair Master Gan, says then King Marseille, I did you now a little trickery, making to strike I showed my great fury. These sable skins take as amends from me, 500 pounds would not their worth redeem. Tomorrow night the gift shall ready be. Gan answers him, I'll not refuse it me. May God be pleased to show you his mercy. Then says Marseille, Gan, the truth to ken, minded I am to love you very well. Of Charlemagne I wish to hear you tell. He's very old, his time is nearly spent. 200 years he's lived now, as 'tis said. Through many lands his armies he has led, so many blows his buckled shield has shed, and so rich kings he's brought to beg their bread. What time from war will he draw back instead? And answers Gan, not so was Charles bred. There is no man that sees and knows him well, but will proclaim the emperor's hardy head. Praise him as best I may, when all is said, remain untold, honor and goodness yet. His great valor, how can it be counted? Him with such grace hath God illumined, better to die than leave his banneret. The pagan says, You make me marvel sore at Charlemagne, who is so old and hoar. 200 years they say he's lived and more. So many lands he's led his armies o'er, so many blows from spears and lances borne, and so rich kings brought down to beg and sorn. When will time come that he draws back from war? Never, says Gan, so long as lives his nephew. No such vassal goes neath the dome of heaven. And proof also is Oliver his henchman, the dozen peers whom Charles holds so precious. These are his guards, with other thousands 20. Charles is secure, he holds no man in terror. Says Sarrazin, My wonder yet is grand at Charlemagne, who hoary is and blanched. 200 years and more I understand, he has gone forth and conquered many a land. Such blows hath borne from many a trenchant lance, vanquished and slain of kings so rich a band. When will time come that he from war draws back? Never, says Gan, so long as lives Roland's. From hence to the east there is no such vassal. In proof also, Oliver his comrade, the dozen peers he cherishes at hand, these are his guard, with 20,000 francs. Charles is secure, he fears no living man.